In this notebook is have another demonstration of using widgets in the notebook for interactivity. The motivating problem here was introducing the students to time series data in the particular ECG data, and we have students coming from a variety of backgrounds, many of whom are not clinical. And so I have here just a hypertext link to a schematic of an ECG. But then we also have some real ECG data that we've downloaded from the PhysioNet database. And we've made a little interactive function for them where they can select how many points they're looking at in the series, which series that they're looking at, and just they can select which different colors to plot with. So kind of a nice little exploration of the data. Now, all the code is here present for them that they can modify if we want them to. So for instance, if we want to change which colors are available for them to plot with, we could change that, or we could change the maximum or minimum number of points that will be plotted. Now, this certainly does look like a programming problem, and the amount of code being presented may be intimidating to some. So we can hide a lot of that code by putting it into a module, which I'm demonstrating here, where most of the functionality, and I probably could have put more functionality into this module ECG, which I'm then importing, but I can still do this same exploration that I was previously. We can have some kind of just simple demonstrations of what the raw data look like. Here's some stuff. We're also using this module to teach a little bit about plotting. Moving back into the interactivity, we talked about how the data are noisy, and so if we wanted to do some sort of a detection algorithm on it, we might want to do some filtering, some smoothing of the data first. And so we're exploring two different approaches to smoothing. One is a median filter, and the other is using Gaussian filtering. And so just some illustration here with some links to some offsite materials describing how the median filter works and some demonstrations of its potential value. But also here we've again made an interactive widget for them to explore the different properties they might, parameters they might set in the filtering. So again, we can select which case we want to look at. And here we're controlling the width of our median kernel. So as our kernel gets larger, you can see our smoothing improves. We're losing a little bit about the peak of the behavior. And I've now changed this so that we can move through our series, whereas in the previous one, we're always starting at 0. And then I can, again, change the width of our window. But again, just a simple interactive widget where we can talk about filtering and the effects of different parameter choices without them actually having to do any programming with it. We continue on here and then explore using a Gaussian filter to do our smoothing, some illustration and links to what a Gaussian function looks like. And again, here we have a similar interactive widget where they can select which file they want to be looking at, and they can select the width of the Gaussian. So the wider our Gaussian, the more smoothing we have, and which order of the Gaussian, either like the original Gaussian, the first derivative, or the second Gaussian derivative of the Gaussian, which we talked about in terms of detecting edges. So again, we're basically providing all the code for them. The widgets are giving them the opportunity to explore the data and the effects of the different choices they make in the parameters for the concepts that we're teaching them.